Hello, hello. I hope you're well and having a good start to a day. I wanted to create a short video just to explain about the Facebook scheduler. And the reason being is because it's free and it's brilliant. And I've always used it, especially with scheduling posts on Facebook. If I'm scheduling things on Instagram, I tend to post daily, or you can use a tool like Plannerly. There's another tool that I use for a client of mine, which is eClincher, which kind of can post out to Twitter and Facebook and groups and all those kind of wonderful places. But where I can, I tend to use the scheduling tools within the platforms if they're available. And the reason I do that is because the actual platforms themselves prefer that. If they're connecting to a third party, then they tend to sort of show preferential treatment. The algorithm tends to show preferential treatment to content that is planned within its walls. That said, you can still use schedulers. That's not a problem, especially if you're planning in multiple places. But if you're using your platforms and you're trying to do 1 to 2 and doing them well, then there's no reason why you can't use the internal schedulers. So I just wanted to show you a couple of tricks, and I hope it helps. The reason I'm using the Kindness Company page is obviously because it's mine, and I know I'm an admin, so I can see the scheduled posts, so I can share with you what I'm doing. So the first thing is, obviously I'm on the Kindness Company page, and you'll notice here that it says here already that I've got 3 scheduled posts. And as I've mentioned before, I tend to schedule the Kindness Company posts daily, and that's my choice. And the reason that I do it daily is just because I like things to be quite topical with what's happening with the week. And also because, in all fairness, I am so busy and I'm planning content across loads of platforms for loads of different people and my other businesses that actually daily just works with the Kindness Company. It's just something I can do either late at night before I go to sleep or first thing in the morning. And I've got my own rhythm that works for me. And as with any of this, I'm just sharing you things. You might pick up bits of it and it might work for you. You might want to adjust it. You might want to pull things from other places that work from you, and that's absolutely fine. The whole point of everything that I'm sharing is to be able to share this information with you, and then hopefully you'll be able to use some of it, if not all of it, to be able to kind of help you run your communities, build your platforms, and then grow your businesses. So if I have a look here very quickly, you'll see it says 3 scheduled posts. So if I click on see posts, so do I want to leave my page? At the moment I do. And so what happens is here, I'm just going to do this because I refreshed this morning. And it will give me a list of the posts that I've planned for today. Occasionally with the quote posts. So if you see the post I've created on the Monday Club this morning, you'll notice that I talk about a fun thing called a shit sandwich. And I'm sorry for the swearing, but it always makes me giggle. And I've stuck with that phrase because actually it sticks with most people. But in support of that, or really, if I see some really good quotes and things that I like, then I will often just plan them in on my phone really quickly and schedule them in. Now, I think firstly, that's quite an important point, really. I tend to schedule some of my content on my phone as opposed to my desktop. I can do more things on my laptop or my desktop than I can with my phone. On my phone, I'm able to kind of grab the videos, grab the images and things off my camera reel and schedule them in, and that's absolutely fine. But on my laptop, if I'm scheduling on my laptop, one of the reasons I like to do it on my laptop is for this reason, really. So firstly, if I've got a post planned and I want to have a look at it, I can actually like and comment on my post ahead of time. So if I click on it, it will open up another screen. And once it's done that, I'm then able to edit this post. I can make some changes. I can change the image if I wanted. But what I'd like to do is like my own post and then put a comment here that says, oh no, let me just write, to view our girls and boys, please visit. And then I put the website address in. Now, this is a trick that I use over and over and over again, and I can promise you now that when I look to the analytics on my website, that nearly 80% of my traffic comes from the traffic that's driven by my Facebook platform or my Instagram platforms. And one of the reasons I'm for that is because for years and years and years, I've always maintained that if you like and love your own post, the Facebook algorithm will pick it up. Because one of the first things that the Facebook algorithm does when you publish a post is it says, right, is this going to be something that many people are going to want to read? Is this going to be of interest to lots of different people? And the way that it knows that is by the number of likes it acquires within a short period, and shares and comments, right? So one of the nice sort of etiquette things, and it's not a myth. I've had lots of people say to me, oh, it's a myth. It's not a myth. I've done it both ways, and it's always worked really well for me. So if it works, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to tell everyone about it, and hopefully it will work for you too. But I always like and love my own posts. And the other thing as well that I do is I put a call to action in my posts. So people are busy and they're, on their phones, on the go. They could be shopping, they could be in the car park, they could be waiting for school to come out. They could be having, a 5-10 minute break. And whilst I know there's much research that says don't jump on your phone, and you should actually be more present and for your wellness and things like that, don't use your mobile all the time. The reality is that people do, right? And so I want to make it as easy as possible for them to find my product. And the easiest way that I can do that is by adding a comment to my posts. Okay, so for example, if I'm running a campaign, which I'm running at the moment, so I'm trying to build out the Kindness Company group. So throughout February, I've been giving away a tiny doll each week. And I've put into each of the different posts, if I go actually back, and I can show you this. Let me show you. I've put into each of the posts the link to access my group, because everybody has lots of different mobile devices. So the way that my page would look, for example, on somebody who is here it is, I'll show you here. The way that my page would look to somebody on an Apple device versus, say, I don't know, a Samsung or something like that is different. So the location of your links and things like that are in different places. But the one thing that is consistent is the way that your posts are displayed and the way that your comments are displayed. And so here you go. You can see here I've answered Trina. She'd asked how do I join the group, and so I've gone through. And as I've mentioned before, never leave a comment behind. So I've gone through and I'm loving everything. And then I've given her the link. And then what should happen is at the top of this, there's a lot of comments on this post. So bear with me. In fact, I wonder if I just filter all comments, then hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. There you go. You can see here that I've put this there. Now, because I plan this on my phone, I'm not able to go back in and edit my scheduled post and add my comment. I can only do that during the week when I'm on my laptop. At the weekend, I tend to stay away from my laptop, just for my own mental health, really. So what happens is when my posts go live, I tend to quickly nip onto my page. Sometimes, I'm busy and I haven't got to my post in time. But I can tell you this morning, when this comment wasn't here for I think it's about 20 minutes it wasn't there for. We had about 3 or 4 people join the group. Okay. The moment I posted this link, within sort of 10-15 minutes after posting this link, we acquired an extra 100 people applying who entered our group. Okay. And the reason for that is because up here it does say all you have to do is join our group, then pop back to his post and comment your favorite color. And I mentioned this yesterday. One of the reasons I say pop back to this post and comment your favorite color is because I want this post to continue to keep growing, right? I want the reach to keep expanding on my post as much as possible. So I've used a couple of tricks. One is video. So I use this app called is it Wordle, I think it is. And Wordle just enables me to put an overlay onto a static image and it looks like a little video, and I download 6 seconds of it and voila, I have a video, right? And I can do that on my phone. And I've used a video because a video lives longer online than a static image. I've asked people to do something as a result of me gifting them an opportunity to win one of my dolls, and that action is to join my group. And then I've asked something else. I've asked them to come back to this post and comment with something very simple that's really easy to think of, and that's their favorite color, because they could reply in an instant. And I've asked them to do that because along with the video, that helps the reach on my post scale out, right? So there are a few things here that I've done, and you can see this morning already, this post has been live since 6:30. I would have posted it. It's now 11:10. So in the last, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4.5 hours, we've reached over 30,000 people, and we've got 1,300 engagements, which is awesome, right? That's exactly what we wanted. So there's some small little tricks really. So when people say to me, you know, I post and no one responds, it's kind of like, well, how are you posting? What are you asking people to do? You know, here, for example, this is just a normal post that I've done. But again, I've used a video which I've created on my phone with the butterflies to keep it moving and to keep it growing. Now, this has been live for, let me see, I think if I'm right, oh, hang on, excuse me. If I'm right, 34 minutes. And 6,000 people reached. But if you've noticed here, I haven't put a comment yet because I haven't got to the post in time because I planned this on my mobile this morning and I've only just jumped on my laptop to film this. So I'm going to put it here to see our girls and boys. Please visit. Can't spell. And there you go. I'm going to put that there and just make sure there's a comment. And if you go through my post, you'll notice that there's a comment pretty much on every one. So if I look at this post from yesterday and I do all comments, you can see here that this one is to join the group. So I'm consistent, right? So as I said, there's two different ways you can do this. If you're planning your content online and you're scheduling it online, then you will need to go back to your post once it's live to actually like your post as quickly as you can and then add your comment. If you are doing it via your laptop, then it is as I showed you. You know, you go into your scheduled posts, you click on the post itself, that will load another screen, and then you're able to then like your post and add your comment. So that's one thing, and that's something that you can do. In terms of scheduling your posts, so there are a couple of ways that you could do it. So when you're on your phone, it's quite easy to be able to kind of go in, you write the post, you can add your photo, type your text, add your photo, and then you schedule. With Facebook through laptop or desktop, it asks you to use your publishing tool. So as you can see here, I've gone to create a post and it said, look, if you're not going to actually be scheduling this, if you're not going to be posting it now and you want to schedule it, you need to go to publishing tools, right? So publishing tools can be found under more. So if you go to publishing tools and then you click create, okay? So click create and it's exactly the same window. You type something, you add a photo or video. So if I go into here, I click any of one of my dolls, right? And then instead of saying share now, I want to actually schedule this. So I click schedule. They're suggesting that I schedule this at 8 p.m. On the 21st, and I'm saying, are you joking? That's too far out. I don't know why it's done that. So actually what I'm going to do is say I want to do it as custom. I want to choose when I'm going to post this, and I'm going to post this, say, tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. and that's it. And then I click schedule and then it's gone. Okay. Once it's in schedule, I will find it here on the left hand side in my schedule posts, and that's there. So if I go to the Monday Club very quickly, so I want to leave the Kindness Company now and go to the Monday Club. And by the way, you can also do this with your groups as well. So you can schedule within your groups as well. But I like to be a little bit more real time in my groups because you're all giving up your precious time and I want to make sure that I'm supporting you. So you'll see here that because I write quite a lot of content, especially about things I want to teach everybody. So basically I sit there on a Friday, that's the time I carve out for myself for the Monday Club in the evening, and I will write a whole bunch of posts. And you can see at the moment I've planned things to say all the way up until Friday, and then on Friday or Thursday, Friday this week, I will batch create another load of content that I want to talk about. I also have a notebook, by the way. I have a lot of notebooks which I drop ideas through all through the week. So if you're asking me about certain things, I'll put it in my notebook and I'll make sure I'll create a post or a video about it. But you can see here I followed the exact same process, you know, and if I was to click on one, so you can see one of my new things coming up. Can you see already that I've loved it, and then I've put a comment here. So if I click on it, you can see that I've already planned this through my laptop. I've loved the post and I've added a comment. So it's already all set up and it's all there. And then what I do is I tend to top up these posts, especially on the group, with the videos and the day-to-day conversations, and I'm answering the questions and things like that because I enjoy doing that. If I was to go to the Monday Club group, let me just show you. And by the way, we've got 86 members already. That's awesome. So if you know anybody who might be interested, please let me know. Please let them know. Please share the, invite them. So what I've done here as well, you can see schedule posts. So it's just to show you really, but you can actually schedule things into group as well. So you can see here, I've got lots of more posts coming up for group for you. And they run all the way until Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there you go. So that's all there too. So that's kind of cool. So that's really how you use Scheduler within Facebook. And as I said, it's free and it's easy. And you know, and the reason that people use tools like Planoly, for example. So let me see if I've got a Planoly. I'm just trying to my Planoly account. So Planoly is quite interesting actually. You can, it's sort of more for Instagram really. So with Planoly you can go in and you can upload images into the scheduler, and then you can say to it, you know, post to Instagram and then post to Facebook. The only difference with that is it posts all of the hashtags, and you'll notice I don't include hashtags within my posts. Sometimes I do, I might put one or two, but Facebook algorithm isn't driven by hashtags the way that the Instagram algorithm is. And all that tells me is that, you know, somebody has decided to lift their content and just shove it into, you know, throw it out into all of their platforms all at once. And that goes against kind of one of my little rules that I try to say to people. You know, if you want to batch create your content and it's suitable for multiple platforms, that's fine, but plan it at different times, post it on different days, so that it reaches different people on different times. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's it really. If you've got any questions, please let me know. And as I said, if you think anybody's interested in joining the group, please invite them, because that would be quite awesome. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I shall speak to you very soon. Take care.